in Photoshop how to put or place open images into your document that you've got currently open. So I've got this one here and I've got obviously a number of layers already, and you can see I've got some Adobe stock images. So with these Adobe stock images, what I want to do is be able to select this and drag it into here. Now if I do that, I'm just going to click. What you need to do, just click it, hold down the mouse, drag up to the document you want to place it in. As long as it's just been now selected, then drag back again into the document and then release. And now you can see you've got this image. It's been copied from there to there. Now another option, of course, you could use the select and then copy. That's always possible as well. But say you've got this now, you can see you've got a layer. Also, you've got this. And the key thing is show transform controls. If you've got that, you will see this little, with this, you can just click it. Just simply just go and click it. As soon as you do that, this will pop up along the top. So with this, you can then set thing. So maybe you wanted them all to be like 500 widths, something like that. So you can go over here and you can see the current width is 8,000. Now you can, of course, just resize it. You can do it, takes a few seconds. But what you can also do is you can go up here and you can enter 500. And you'll notice when you do that, as long as you've got this linked, this will put it to 6.25 or whatever. That's resized it to match the proportions. And you can see now you've got your design there set like that. And you can reposition it and press return. So if I do that to another one, let's just go to another one. Something like this. It's slightly different proportions than before. And again, simply click on there. And this is an Adobe stock image. And I can drag it up here. And then you can see that tab is actually active. Now just drag it over here and release. And you can see now you've got this new image in here. Again, you've got this. This is the key thing. You can just click here. As soon as you do that, you've got this along here. So in this case, again, I might go 500. So they're all identical widths. Don't have to do that, of course. You can go, oh, you know what? That one, I want to be 600. And then you've got that set there. And press return. Now, another useful panel, if you want to do it this way, is to go here. And I'm just going to go and drag another one. So this one, make sure you just select the top, this tab. Again, go there and just drag across. And once you've got that highlighted there, if you just release it, it doesn't work. What you need to do is to go back and then just drag again onto there and then back to the open document. Otherwise, it will not work. And then release. And you can see again, you've got this, and again, you've got that because of that setting here, show transform control. And then you can again just click here, just single click, and then you can go and set this again to something else, 300 or 400. But you don't need to do that. You can also use window, and you can go down here to properties. And you can see in properties, you've got this. Now, I find this slightly more not so useful, but I thought better point it out so you can see you can do it. Again, it's linked, so you can see that link there. And you can then go and set it to, say, 500 and set it, and obviously set there, it sets it to 307. But you see the one problem with it, it suddenly vanishes. So if you say set it again, let's put it to 4,000, you can see it there. It just is not so personally as easy to control as using the setting by just clicking here and then just going up here and just setting it to say 500 and obviously sets it nicely, press return. I think that's a much easier way of doing it. And you can then move it around, reposition it and build up very quick an image with all of these opened documents. Now, there's of course other ways to do it. I'm certain people will put in the comments that yes, there are other ways. Now, another great way of doing it is to go to File and you can go down here. You've got Automate and you've got Contacts. Now, of course, you could also use some of these other ones. Batches, I'm quite certain you can set up various things. But let's just go for Contact Sheet. So select that and you can see it's Contact Sheet 2. There was an earlier version. And you can set it, use Files or Folder, but you can also use Open Documents. So Open Documents. And once you've done that, you can go here and you can set up a size for your document. something like 3000 by 3000, say. And also you can set it to pixels by centimetre, pixels, inch. Up to you, of course, what you want to set. But also, if you know you've got, say, 5 or 6 documents open, or 9 documents, you can then set the number of columns to 3 and 3. Now, it's not particularly ideal because you've got this use auto spacing. You can, of course, deselect it and just set your own value if you want. And let's just try it. So 10 pixels. And 10 pixels for that one. And then rotate for best fit. You can use all, just try it out. You can always run it very quickly, especially if it's only 9 documents. And then once you've got that, you can click OK. And you can see it's quickly processed and generates very fast all of the images you've currently got open. Now, if you've got more images open than the fits on the page, it will open another document. But also you can go here and you can see now you've got this. But unfortunately, in this case, it puts them all into a single layer, which is not ideal. That's why I think personally, window, and go down here, you got this. And the thing about this is you've got the layers. You can also, of course, select any layers and you can reposition it. So you just position it there. You can also, at any point, before you do any transform, say, you can go to layer and go to smart objects and convert to a smart object, which you might find more useful. So just select this, so this one again, just drag, and then just drag into that, and again over to there, and release. Again, click here, and you've got these settings. But before that, what you can do, you can go to layer, and you can go to smart objects and convert to smart object. So once it's converted to smart object, again, do the exact same. Just click there, and again, you've got the option here, and you can set the percentage, or if you want, you can set it to, and you have to type it. You have to type pixels, so 500 pixels. So if it goes in 100%, just put 500 pixels or 200 pixels. And you can see again, it puts it to 8 point, which I find slightly confusing. I think it should give the actual value, but it doesn't. And again, press return. But the great thing about this is a smart object means that if you want to, you look at it and think, you know what, it's a bit too small. I want to resize it. So I'm just going to resize it so it fits in a particular area, or maybe slightly off like that, or maybe move it there and just press return and you've got it slightly different size, but you haven't lost any of the quality of the image, which you would do if you were doing it without using smart objects. But that's a quick way of dragging from this into an actual open document. Now, of course, you might not want to do that. You might just simply not have them opened at all and then use file and then use place embedded or place linked. But personally, most of the time, I actually have lots and lots of open files and I want the different designs to be dragged in to there. Now, another option, which is always a good one, is that you could, of course, save them to your libraries. So you can always go to Window and you've got Libraries. And there you can see, you can add. So any of the documents you've got here, you could just go here, go down the bottom, and you've got this little plus. So in Libraries, you can find that in the Window menu. Go to the plus, click there, and you can extract from image or just use graphic. So graphic, like that, and straight away, you will see now the background image is saved over here. It obviously was originally a library document already, but it's now been just saved as a background. And as such, you can go to this document and you can then simply just drag from there and you've got your design again added very quickly, and then you can just resize it normally. You might find that easier. But there's other ways of doing it, of course, I'm quite certain. Please check out the comments because I'm quite certain that people will put comments saying you can use this feature or other features, and there's probably even plugins that make it even quicker and easier than all of that. Well, I hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Always great to hear from you. Thank you much.